Good morning. All right, come on back. So it's Father's Day, and we have a Father's Day ritual, just like we have a Mother's Day ritual. And so I've been thinking a lot about Father's Day. And the thing for me is, for me personally, it's complicated. For me, it's complicated. My relationship with my dad, my grandfather, and my son, and with myself as a dad, I'm still healing that. I'm still working with it. I'm still working out some of the things that still hurt. Many of you know that I'm turning 70 this year. I've had 97 different jobs. During my son's living at home time, there were 3 main jobs. I hated all of them. But they all made the money I needed to support my family. But I hated my work. And that emotional hate played out in my household. And so I have regrets. My dad, I grew up in a very violent home. My dad was violent. I was not so violent with my son. In fact, I only hit him once. But I yelled at him a lot. A lot. The fact that he's still such a good man is testimony to him and his own character. And so in my healing process, when I look at all this for myself, and I see all the ways in which, for me as a man, it was put upon me to support my family. And I know that those roles are changing now, but that's not the world I grew up in. That's not the world I grew up my son in. I grew up my son in a world where it was my job to support the household, even if I hated my work. And I did that. And so I'm thinking that maybe I'm not the only one who has those kind of complicated relationships with their dad, or that if you are a dad, it was complicated for you too. My son, he calls me up and he tells me that I was a great dad. And I find how difficult it is for me to take that in, given all the memories I have about it. That there's a real separation going on there between how my son is now experiencing me as a dad. I mean, what he says, of course, I wish you were like this when you were younger, because I've told you guys how much I've transformed. But he also likes to tell me, especially on Father's Day, all the things he loved about me as a dad when we were younger, when he was younger. And so it's complicated, and there's all that going on, and I notice how hard it is for me to let in the simple idea that I was a good dad. And I'm guessing I'm not the only one. Because we're all doing the best we can, and we all make mistakes. Right? And so, it's complicated. But today is about gratitude, because one of the things the spiritual practice we get to have today is our ability to express gratitude and to accept gratitude. That's what we did on Mom's Day too, right? The whole idea of expressing gratitude and accepting gratitude. For some of us, maybe it's easier for you than it is for me. You know, this is a practice that we need. And after seeing what happens with women, mothers, on Mother's Day, in terms of some of them coming to me and saying, this is the first time I really felt gratitude around this. I mean, I expect that some of us men might have that same experience. And so what I'd like is, if you consider yourself an honorable man who supported your family, if you consider yourself a dad, whatever that looked like for you, I'm not, you get to decide for yourself whether you were an honorable man who supported your family the best you could. Please stand and circle the room. Do that now. Look around so you see where so you're all not crowded in one area. We want to cover the room, spread out. Guys, over here, spread out. Notice there's nobody in front here, and there's very few in the back. Spread out. Give it some space. Can we have that slide, please? And then after you put up the slide, I want you to come down here because you're a dad too. So what we're going to do is have the rest of you, we're going to do this for about 20 minutes. Just the same way we did on Mom's Day, I want you to stand and go stand in front of one of these men. Because these are the men who consider themselves honorable and supporting their family. And if once every man is filled, just stand in the spaces between, because we'll be moving around. Now, once again, I ask that you do not, please keep this a sacred space. Let's not, I know this gets uncomfortable, and humor develops when you feel uncomfortable. But the more sacred we can make this, the deeper the experience will be. What's up on the screen is what you're going to say to this man. Again, we are not touching, but we are making eye contact. It's really important to look into each other's eyes. Men, look into their eyes. Others who are not there, who are not fathers, look into their eyes when you say this, so that they can really take it in. After you say it, move on to the next person. And we're going to circle the room as much as we can in the next 20 minutes, so that these men who consider themselves honorable, that supported their families, can feel the gratitude about that. If you have trouble expressing gratitude, if you have trouble accepting gratitude, this is your opportunity. Begin. Yeah. This way. Clockwise. Men don't move, the fathers don't move, everybody else does. If you can keep it from the laughter, clockwise. It's anti-clockwise? Oh, man. This way. Okay, whatever it is, this way.
Thank you for being an honorable man and for taking care of your family. Thank you for being
Okay, whatever man you're in front of, whatever father you're in front of, just be with them. Look into each other's eyes. Be with them. Quietly. Be with them. Just look into their eyes. Feel that love. Feel the light. People show up here because they're good people. Whatever mistakes we've made in the past, whatever regrets we may have, what's happening now is because we showed up here, because we wanted something greater for ourselves. And part of that is receiving and expressing. If you're a dad, receive what has happened here. If you find your mind going, it doesn't make a difference what they say, notice that. See if you can let that thought go and let it in. That you're standing here because you were a good dad. And if you're in the line expressing, and maybe your dad wasn't that great a dad, maybe there were issues there and problems, know that these men are not your dad. And that you're here for them. And expressing gratitude for them. Up front here, my wife and I prayed over every one of these pouches. There's a little bit of buffalo and sage in each one. I love the buffalo because Sue and I were the ones that went out and collected all this. So we have plenty of pouches for the dads. But that's who they're for. They're for the men who are standing around this room. So if you are now standing in front of a man who says he's an honorable dad, come and get a pouch for him and bring it back to him. Good. Don't get just one. Grab one. Keep me on, please. Keep me on this whole time. So you're going to grab one, and don't give it to him yet. Do not give it to him yet. You just grab it and stand in front of him. Do not give it to him yet. The buffalo stands for family. The buffalo is the one animal that the indigenous people said used every little bit of it, used it all to support their family. Go back and stand in front of the man you were standing with the buffalo pouch you're about to give him. All right, so now one. Okay. One more? Here you go. Okay, go stand in front of that man, and before you hand it to him, say to him one more time, thank you for being an honorable man and supporting, taking care of your family and then hand it to him.
Thank you for being an honorable man and taking care of your family.
Okay, man, hold it to your heart. Hold it to your heart. Take it in. This was the symbol. I mean, in some cultures, this was Wonka Tonka. They actually believed this symbol to be the symbol of God itself. Take it in, as that is who we all are. Thank you for sharing with me in this ritual. Thank you very much. Have a seat. We're going to have plenty for next time. I like it. That's right. That's right. We have an extra one? Thank you. Oh, that one's mine. This is a center of transformation. This is why we come. Everybody who shows up here, it's because they feel like there's something more going on. There's something more. And we get to experience that as we come together in love, support, compassion, light. This is why we show up. To feel this. To feel that sense of something more. Every single person in this room deserves, it's your birthright to know, deserves your gratitude. Because you showed up. Just because you showed up. That means you have that inkling that there's something more. Just because you showed up. And then, as you keep exploring the possibilities of what is truly possible for your life, not in terms of, some people, I remember a time when all I thought about was the millions I wanted in my bank account. I was that guy at one time. And now all I think about is the beauty of community and how this can grow to change the world just because of who we're being. That's a real possibility, and that's a vision for all of us worth having. There's so much stuff that goes on in this world, and when we come together and show gratitude and love for each other, we are making a stand for what we want in the world. We do a ritual like this, we are making a stand for what we want to see in the world. And I find that beautiful. So thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you for showing up today. It means the world to me.
I'm wondering if everyone would stand with me right now for Cliff and say, thank you, Cliff, for being an honorable man and taking care of your family.
Oh, thank you. All right.
Thank you, Cliff. I have to say, I used to run teen group, and we do a lot of rituals, and I have watched my kids and and some of the other teens that were in that group are now adults, and I know that experiencing this kind of activities has helped them deepen and grow. So my thanks for being here today, and thank you for sharing that ritual with us. And now it's time for our offering. And so as you're preparing your gift, I'll just invite you to know that we have many ways that you can bless our center. We have machines at the back. We can take your card or cash. We have ATM machines. We have monthly donations, which is what I do. So you just have to know that it's taken care of all the time. Or if you like, you can put a blessing or something right in the basket. All of it is gratefully appreciated. So as these gifts are been placed in the basket and will go to our center, I know that they will be used to help us have more wonderful music, more wonderful talks, more wonderful blessings into the world. And so I am grateful for all of it in the circle that it forms. And so I release it and let it go and say, and so it is. And now it's time to invite up our children. Anybody at the back or in the crowd, come on up. Welcome. So we're going to bless our children. The saying is up on the screen, and we're going to do it once in English and once in French. So rubbing your hands together, say with me, we love you, we bless you, and we know you are perfect. And in French, Nous t'aimons, nous te bénissons, nous savons que tu es parfait. Yeah.
Just a quick reminder that our dance labyrinth happens actually Sunday, June 29th from 6:30 to 8:15. Please check our website for further details. And, hello, yes, something wonderful is happening here all the time.
All right, practitioners, come on down. We got practitioners here, right? I know we got one. Anybody else? Yep, two. Good, good. All right. These are the folks who know the truth. These are the folks who have taken the classes, done the practicing to get to a place of being able to know that truth, not just for themselves, but for you. You want to take the opportunity to come up, see one of these folks. Let them pray for you. What you do is you come up and say, know this for me, and that this is health, well-being, whatever it is you want to know. They don't need to know your story. It's called a 1-minute miracle. You just come up, they pray for you, and you get shot out of here like a rocket. You're so energized. It's so worth it. So you want to wait till after they sing their last song. Then you come up and see these folks. Thank you so much for being here. This was a wonderful ritual. I'll see you all next week.